Careful now, no one must know.
Pa Musa pushed his grill through the community with his usual smile, greeting everyone as if nothing were wrong. A few stray dogs were searching the street for food. The moment they saw him, they froze. Their eyes stood straight up. They stared at him in complete silence. Instead of running towards him like they always did, whenever they smell food, they slowly backed away.
Good day,
One dog let
everyone.
out a
Fresh
frightened
beef
whimper.
today.
Another tucked its tail between
What's
its
the
legs.
matter
Then
with
suddenly,
them?
every remaining stray dog turned around. They sprinted down the road, disappearing into nearby alleys and behind houses as fast as they could. Pa Musa stopped for a moment and quietly watched them disappear. A faint, uneasy smile crossed his face before he continued pushing his grill towards the market. Several people witnessed the strange scene. One woman frowned.
God,
That's
those
odd.
dogs
Those
usually
dogs usually follow anyone selling food. A young boy looked confused. Why are they
They're
running
all
away
running
from
away
Pa
from Pa
Musa?
Musa.
An elderly man watched the frightened dogs disappear into the distance. He slowly shook his head. Animals can sense things we cannot. For a brief moment, the entire street fell silent. Pa Musa simply laughed. Maybe they are just scared of the smoke from the grill. Some people laughed with him, others weren't so sure. They exchanged suspicious glances as they watched him walk away. Meanwhile, the camera follows the terrified dogs running farther and farther from the marketplace, leaving behind an uneasy silence that no one can explain. One day, even though the villagers had started suspecting Pa Musa because dogs were mysteriously disappearing whenever he passed through the community, they did not take their suspicions seriously until a young child ate Pa Musa's can meat, became very sick and later died. At the hospital, the doctor told the grieving parent that their son had suffered from severe food poisoning and asked what he had eaten before becoming sick. The mother cried and said the last thing he ate was Pa Musa's can. When the villagers heard this, they remembered the missing dogs and began to believe that something was truly wrong with Pa Musa's meat. That night, while everyone was sleeping, the child's mother and father secretly followed Pa Musa through the lonely street. They watched him use food to lead a dog towards an abandoned building at the edge of the community. They quietly followed him and looked through a broken window. While they saw Pa Musa cutting meat on a dirty wooden table with dog carcasses hanging around the dark room, the couple were shocked and could not believe their eyes, so they quickly ran away for their lives and raised an alarm in the village. The angry villagers immediately gathered and rushed towards the abandoned building. When Pa Musa saw them coming, he tried to escape, but they surrounded him and caught him. He fell to his knees and begged, "Please, I'm sorry, I beg una." But the furious villagers refused to listen. They dragged him through the community and began flogging him as he cried for mercy. Before the crowd could seriously harm him, an elderly man stepped forward and shouted, "Stop! We cannot become like him. Do not kill him. Let us take him to the authorities and allow justice to decide his punishment." The villagers finally listened and handed Pa Musa over to the authorities. He was locked away in prison. The missing dog slowly returned to the community. The sick villagers recovered, peace returned, and everyone lived safely and happily ever after.